Hi, it's Chris and Susan, and a few days ago we asked you to spill the beans and let us know what your biggest challenges were for getting started online. And today we spent some time answering each of those individually. But we wanted to actually go through some of them that were coming out as a common theme, if you like, and to answer them for those of you who actually haven't put your hands up and said, this is my problem. So let's get started.
Well, the first one that was certainly a very common theme was, can I make money? Will it work for me? The impression being, well, it's all right for you guys, you've done it, but will the same process work for me? And the answer is categorically yes. Of course it will, but you have to get yourself in the right place. You have to be have to decide that you want to do it, and you have to realise that it is a business and it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some persistence, and it's going to take some learning. This stuff where you press a button and earn $1,000 next week, it just doesn't work.
No.
So what we teach is how to make a sustainable long-term business, and if you use the right system and you work with the right people, then the answer to the question is categorically it can work for you, but it does take investment, and that's not just in time and learning, but there is a cash investment. But you have to look at that cash investment as investment in you, not as investment in something else that may or may not work, because it's up to you to make it work with guidance from people like us and the systems we use. So that's the first question. The second question is really about technology, I guess. I'm not that brilliant at computers. Can I do it? Well, I'll get Susan to answer that one, because out of us I do the technology, so it's not fair that I answer it, because I'm going to say, yeah, of course it's easy.
No, I'm one of those people that doesn't take well to technology, and I remember many years back actually thinking, what the heck was this email thing? I was never going to use it, but I got over that. And what I would say is that if I can use the technology, then absolutely anybody can. And it really is simple these days. It wasn't so simple when we got started. There was a lot more to it. But nowadays, many of the systems, and certainly the ones that we use, are what we call plug and play, drag and drop. So if you can use a word processing program, then you can certainly do this, honestly, and I've done it myself, and I've actually demonstrated it to students, so trust me, you can do it.
And if you think about it, do you honestly believe that every person out there on the internet who's making money is a technical genius?
Of course they're not.
Of course they're not.
No, of course they're not.
They've done some learning, and it's like all these things. Once you know the program, you know the software, it becomes second nature. So the answer to your question on technology is no, it isn't hard, and you just need to be taught and follow the steps. So that's that one. Third question, third most popular one, was, I haven't got the time. I've got a full-time job. Where am I going to find the time to do this? How long does it take? And questions along those lines. So if we refer to our own circumstances, when we first started working online, we decided, and we'd given ourselves 6 months to go full time, and we'd given our clients, our consultancy clients, all the 6-month notice period. So, but at that point in time, we were working 60 to 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
So, over 6 days. So, we were working a good 10, 11 hours a day. So, but we found time to do it because we wanted to do it. We wanted to achieve our goal of going full time on the internet in 6 months. And you have to make the sacrifices. But what we've done is we've created what Susan calls her productivity chart, and how to do it. And on there you schedule out. It's just a spreadsheet, but it covers all the hours of the day, Monday to Sunday. And all you put on there initially is what hours you work. So okay, I work 9 till 5, for example, and then it takes me an hour to get home in the evening and an hour to get to work in the morning. So you put that in. You might put your gym time in.
Might put your reading time and time with the kids if you've got children. These things are really important. And the reason I put together this schedule was because some of our students were asking, so they were saying, it's just impossible, I haven't got the time. But when I sat down with them and we went through this, and they actually marked off the time that they couldn't work on their business, they were amazed that by the amount of time they actually could work on their business. And I think if you have that mindset that you really and truly can do it, just as Chris and I did, then you absolutely will find that time, and we'll share with you our tips on doing that.
I mean, if you just think about it with a bit of common sense, there is time in the evening where, I don't know, you might sit down and just watch the soaps on the television, or your favourite television programme. Well, if that was on at, I don't know, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening, you could perhaps work at that time because your brain's a little bit fresher. And with today's technology, skyboxes and all that stuff, you just record it and watch it later, or watch it at a more appropriate time.
We do that.
So,
we don't deny the television. We don't watch it a great deal, but we do have our favourites, and we make sure that we find time in our schedule to actually watch that.
So it's all about just reorganising a bit, but you have to want to do it. But you can do it, you can find the time. And if you think about it, what's the difference between people like us who have done it, and people who are just starting out, thinking about it? Well, the difference is basically what you might call productivity. We've decided that we're going to do this, and we're going to find the time to do it, and so we do. And yours is exactly the same. You will find the time. There is 24 hours in a day. We've got the same 24 hours as you, and you just make it work, basically. But I would certainly say it is 100% possible for you to do it, and change your working pattern, and eventually move out of your job if that's what your goal is, and earn money full time online and get your time freedom, which is what we've done.
Yeah.
So what was the last one? I can't remember now. I better have a look.
We did write them down actually, because don't forget we are a little older and we do forget things.
The last one was, I don't know where to start. Information overload is a big problem on the internet. There is so much stuff coming into your inbox every day. We get it as well, because we're looking at what other people are doing, and new marketing techniques, new good ideas, but there's so much rubbish comes in the box as well. So, but you have to look at the thing and say, right, okay, this is what I've decided to do. I want to start a business on the internet. What I now need to do is find a person or a group of people maybe, and find a system that will teach me what I want to know, which is, where do I start, and what do I do first, and then what do I do next, and what happens if I have a problem? Who do I turn to? And that's exactly what Susan and I do. Our business, we have decided, and we have built a business based on teaching beginners or newcomers to the internet how to get started and where to start, and that's exactly what we do. And we do that with the aid of the Six-Figure Mentors. We do it through workshops, we do it through one-on-one mentoring, and there's all sorts of ways you can do it. We do it via Skype. It doesn't have to be physical meetings.
Yeah, so much we can do online, and that's really important these days because it is a global business. We're working with guys in the States and in Europe, and it's not possible sometimes for them just to come over and join us for a workshop, although that has been done. So we find a way that we can actually get that information and that training to you if that's what you really and truly want.
Even within the Six-Figure Mentors, we have regular webinars, about 5 or 6 webinars a week. We do ours at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday evening, which is tonight as it happens. But you know, we get people on from Europe, from the States, from Australia, and you know, you think Australia is something like 11 hours in front of
where
us.
they are.
So
Yeah.
you know, if we're at 8 o'clock in the evening, they're at 7 o'clock in the morning. I think that's the right numbers. Anyway,
Oh.
something like that. But you know, it makes the point that people are prepared to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to get on a webinar to do some learning.
Yeah. It's not a barrier in any way,
No,
shape
absolutely.
or form.
And therefore, you know, the getting started bit, realistically, where do I start, what do I do next, and is there people to support me? The answer is absolutely yes, there is a system and there are people to support you. That's great, sun's come out now. Fantastic.
It's
It's nice and warm again.
That's how it started when we started recording the video.
So, you know, there were the 4 questions that have that were the generic ones that came out of all of the others. And I think, you know, all credit to you guys is that you are watching this video. You're one of the 3% in the world, if you like, who want to take some action, who do want to do something, you do want to change, what you're doing for the better. And therefore, on that basis, you know, you've taken one step further than 97% of the population. And I would just encourage you to get rid of these blockages, obstacles, myths, whatever you like to call them, that are stopping you from taking that step forward, and find a way to do it, because it is possible if you really do want to.
No, it absolutely is. And, you know, as Chris said, we absolutely commend you for having the thought that you really and truly want to do this. So, you know, you've just got to take that action. Whatever else you do, take the action and try it. You will never know. If you don't dip that toe in the water and take that first step, you'll never know, and it may just be too late.
Absolutely. And to be perfectly blunt, you know, you can check out the 6-figure mentors for $5.
It's
That's
peanuts.
that's your sole investment. So if you want to do that, and there's another one of the cats coming running down the garden, you know, that's what it takes to get started. So I hope we've covered all of the questions, obstacles that you've got. Susan said earlier, we've answered a lot of them individually. Well, not a lot of them,
all of them
individually.
By video, because we believe that's really important. And actually, I'll just cover one of those if I can, because one of the things is about trust and are we real people, which is
why question we got asked.
It was a question we got asked, and I think it's a really valid question, because these days, as Chris has said, there is so much spam and scam out there and stuff that really doesn't work. So we wanted to show you that we are absolutely real. It's why we record the videos. You know, there's nothing hidden about us. We're just sitting in the garden here. We're totally normal people. You can check us out. Yeah, go check us out. You know, that's what you need to do. And if you've got any more questions and we've not answered them here, please, you know, just let us know what they are.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we do have a nice lifestyle now. We have our time freedom, which is what we wanted. You know, we can sit in the garden at, I don't know, it's now 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon.
And yesterday we had a fantastic day. We spent all day with our mentor, because, you know, we have to have someone who helps us as well, and who we can put questions to and help us take our business to the next level, and enable us to bring that knowledge and training to you guys as well. Yeah. So
because we get stuck as well, we get little obstacles we have to get over and get round. So,
absolutely.
You know, it's only normal. There's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with it.
That's human nature, total human nature.
Absolutely. And we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Bye for now.